Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to another episode of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. This one is episode 112. Well, the important news here, or the good news rather, is appeal court visit date to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu will be released in the next court sitting. Take it or leave it. Unless, I repeat, unless the power that be, which is the governors of the Southeast, refuse him. But as for the federal government, Nnamdi Kanu have no case to answer. Rather, the people that are holding Nnamdi Kanu down is the political godfathers we have in the southeastern region, the Biafran territory. Take it anywhere, whether you like it or not. Tunumbu, Fagbemi, Malami, Injustice Binta Iyako, whoever that is holding the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the real actor holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu down. Anyway, this is the part of the headline that we are going to treat in this broadcast. Court fixes date to free and here to free IPOB's leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to the information getting to me. Let's forget about NigerianNews.com because they will always write the news to the best it will suit them or to the narrative that people will like. Because if you hear visit date to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will find out that the whole internet will went agog. Even people will be calling phones. Why must you release him? As according to the North, they said Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. Bandits now appoint and depose village heads in my community. Sokoto local government chairman laments. Tunji and the co, they are now that is appointing who will be the chief head and who will not be the chief head. And they say we are in one Nigeria. Those areas have their own constitution, different. That is why you see every time what the constitution tell them about he who kills is to forgive. I mean, it's like repentant Boko Haram. That's what they call them. But in the constitution of the zoo, which they generalize it and say that we are using control of one Nigeria, anybody who kills supposed to go to prison. You see the main reason why they are flopping the street every time you hear repentant Boko Haram. They are radicalizing them. This is the reason. Hardship under Tinubu government fueling mental health problem. P2B. This one is adult cry. You will cry and explain until you get tired. Even if you like P2B, wait for 2041. Nobody is going to give you presidency. Not even vice. Anybody you contested as a vice, being a core Igbo man, not from Delta, my dear, even if that person qualified to rule that zoo, they will say no. This is an adult cry. Despite the fact you have denied Biafra and told them that Biafra died 53 years ago, come back. We are going to welcome you. If Nagara they say, came back, we are going to welcome you. And use you as a best asset to this agitation. It will be a lending voice to the Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and other warriors that are out there suffering and dying day by day for this cause. IPOB non-violent organization. Igbo Ayaka Ohaneze, youth president. My people, we don't move. No time to tell time. If na Pluto, go tell you say no one. I beg, like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe. The Court of Appeal is sitting in Abuja on Thursday, which is yesterday, adjourned till October 31st for an appeal on the freedom of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a fight to challenge its prescription as a terrorist organization by the Fulani government and for the freedom of the leader as well. A 3-man panel of the court okayed the hearing date after it directed the parties to file and exchange all the necessary legal process in the matter. The detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, had earlier applied to be joined as an interested party in the appeal marked FHC/CA/A/214/2018. Specifically, IPOB, through its lawyer, through its ex-lawyer, Mr. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, is praying the appellate court to set aside in its entity the ruling and final decision of the late former Chief Judge of the Fulani High Court, Justice Abdul Kafarati, which on September 15, 2017 outlawed its activities in Zoogeria. It will be recalled that the High Court prescribed IPOB on the strength of an ex parte motion. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Abubakar Malami, SAN, filed on behalf of Fulani government. Justice Kafarati, whatever you may call him, specifically declared as illegal all activities of the group, particularly in the southeast and south-south regions of the country. He further restrained any person or group of persons from participating in any of the group's activities. The judge directed the AGF to ensure that he published the order prescribing IPOB in the official gazette as well as in 2 national dailies. In a follow-up ruling on January 22, 2018, the court dismissed a motion IPOB filed to challenge the legal validity of the prescription order, which it said was surreptitiously obtained by the then AGF. IPOB has alleged that the AGF suppressed and misrepresented facts in the affidavit evidence he tendered before the court, adding that the prescription order was tantamount to declaring over 30 million Nigerians of Igbo extraction as terrorists. While dismissing the motion, Justice Abdul Kafarati said he was satisfied that IPOB constituted a threat to national security. The court said the fact that IPOB claimed that it was registered in over 40 countries in the world aside Nigeria did not exculpate it from legal liabilities if it was found to have, by its activities, violated any law in Nigeria. Meantime, in its 5 grounds of appeal, IPOB contended that Justice Abdul Kafarati erred in law and occasioned a miscarriage of justice when he ruled that the mandatory statutory condition requiring President Muhammadu Buhari's approval under Section 2, 1C of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013 was satisfied on the authority of a memo the AGF issued on September 15 of 2017. Proper findings of facts built on a meticulous evaluation of affidavit evidence placed before the court below will resolve whether the activities and characters of the appellate as clearly distinguished, via compiling exhibits placed before the court, meet the threshold definition of terrorism acts as contemplated under Section 2I, A, B, and C of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013. The appellant activities as contested in its written submission before the trial court, strongly supported by credible affidavit, evidence falls short of acts of terrorism as contemplated under Section 2, subsection 1A, B, and C of the Terrorism and also Prevention and Amendment Act. This submission was not considered by the learned trial judge. The learned trial judge justified the granting of the ex parte order of 20th September of 2017, via finding of facts predicted on issues he formulated sua motu, ostensibly closing his eyes to facts as well as documents that show that the appellant is a group of persons holding common political belief largely made up of indigenous people of Ndi Igbo extraction and other neighboring regions merely exercising their constitutional rights to self-determination within the bounds of relevant international instruments and conventions. Affidavit evidence placed before the trial court shows in clear terms that the appellant does not possess any form of arms or weapons in the exercise of their constitutionally guaranteed rights, or have any history of violence or had engaged in any form of killings. The activities of the appellant are essentially characterized by moving in groups with cardboards and placards in their hands, singing, blowing whistles and flutes in agitation for self-determination. These compelling facts, clearly supported by credible evidence, were not evaluated by the court below in its finding of facts. Activities of the appellant as demonstrated before the lower court is in sharp contrast with characters of notorious groups that have even used violence, such as Fulani herdsmen, which has been declared the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world, and none of these violent groups have earned terrorist tag because the president mostly probably considered them as possessing or professing protected political beliefs, IPOBs added. Bandits appoint deposed village heads and my communities, Sokoto local government chairman Fums. The chairman of the Esa local government area in Sokoto state, Alhaji Sharifu Kamarawa, has informed the Minister of State for Defense, Alhaji Bello Metawale, that several communities within the council remain under the control of bandits. This revelation was made during the minister's visit to the local government secretariat on Thursday. Kamarawa highlighted the serious security challenges facing the region, specifically naming the notorious bandit leader Kachala Bello Tuji as the figure behind the ongoing unrest. He disclosed that Tuji's gang has taken to appointing and disposing village heads in the affected areas, further complicating the governance and the safety of those communities. Here in Esa town, we are living peacefully. The problem is in the eastern part of Esa. There are places that are still under the control of bandits. They appoint and depose village heads there. We are appealing for a military camp in Kagara to take care of those areas. We used to have a camp there before. It was relocated. Then there was a relative peace in those places. So we want the camp back, he appealed. The chairman, however, admitted that since the death of Halilu Sabubu, the bandit kingpin killed about a month ago, there had been a significant reduction in attacks on their communities. According to him, they can now play some roads which were formerly deserted. In his remarks, the minister said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was seriously concerned about the security in the north, a reason he appointed Northerners Minister of Defense and heads of security operatives. The president also directed me to ensure militarization of all the danger areas in the state, so we are going to create a military base in Gondumi, which will be patrolling Gondumi-Manona Road, which remained closed for years, he added. Matawale further assured residents of deployment of more security operatives to the particular or the certain areas. So we need your support because the issue of security is everyone's business. We need to know about the bandit movement, he said. Moving forward, hardship under Tinubu's government fueling mental health problem. Peter Gregory Obi laments, or rather, cries an adult cry. Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, LP, has said that the worsening economic situation under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration is the reason that mental health cases escalated, among other factors. Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, stated this in his message as Nigerians joined the global community on Thursday to commemorate this year's World Mental Health Day. In a post on his X handle, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 presidential election said mental health remains one of the critical health issues not given the due attention it deserves in Nigeria. He lamented that suicide cases in the area fueled by anxiety and depression have remained on the rise. In Nigeria, mental health remains one of the critical health issues not given the due attention it deserves. The worsening economic situation resulting from hunger, poverty, and income inequalities in the country, coupled with other social-political issues affecting the nation, have continued to fuel a growing menace of mental health cases. The National Institute of Health reports that about 40 to 60 million Nigerians suffer various forms of mental ailment. Peter Obi laments. The last but not the least, IPOB is not a violent organization. This one is when Ohaneze youth leader wake up from his sleeping slumber. Igbo Ayaka, Igbo Ayaka. The youth wing of the Apex Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Youth Council, OYC, has stated that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is a non-violent self-determination group advocating for a referendum in Zoogeria. Ohaneze said that in the wake of the burning incident at the National Open University Nso Study Center and Senator Frank Ibezim's residence, several political opportunities or opportunists have disseminated baseless rumors attempting to implicate the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Ibezim was the immediate past representative of Imo State, Imo North Senatorial District in the upper chamber in Abuja, that is the 9th Assembly. In a joint statement issued on Tuesday by the National President of the Ohaneze Youth Council, Igbo Ayaka, Igbo Ayaka, and Secretary General Ifeanyi Chukwu Cedric Nweke, they stated that they are aware through several video clips that the leader Nnamdi Kanu, who is standing an illegal trial, won against criminal elements using IPOB's name to perpetrate crime in the southeast. The statement noted that Kanu has maintained that he is focused on the liberation of Biafra and stressed that he wants the southeast to remain calm and peaceful. It reads, obviously, since its inception, the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has consistently advocated for a non-violent restoration of Biafra. However, the 2021 Owerri prison break marked a critical turning point. It is imperative that Ndi Igbo retain a vivid recollection of the events that precipitated the current insecurity situation in the southeast. The Nigerian government has been confronted with the reality of widespread discontent among Ndi Igbo since 2012, when the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, stepped up its referendum campaign under Nnamdi Kanu's leadership, revealing the entrenched marginalization, victimization, and animosity towards Ndi Igbo in Nigeria politics. In 2015, Nnamdi Kanu's arrest and subsequent release in 2017 sparked concerns about the suppression of political and economic freedom for Ndi Igbo. The Operation Python Dance and military action at Afara Ukwu Ibeku, Nnamdi Kanu's hometown, culminated in the killing of over 180 Igbo youths. Nigeria's southeast geopolitical zone has traditionally enjoyed peace, but following the 2021 Owerri prison break, then Inspector General of Police Mohammed Adamu promptly pointed to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as culpable mere hours after the event, just to give a dog a bad name to hang it. The circumstances surrounding the Owerri jailbreak have raised concerns that the former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration may have a role in the incident, possibly in an effort to persuade the international community to designate IPOB as a terrorist organization. Owerri prison, strategically located near Imo State Government House, State Police Headquarters, and 34 Artillery Brigade Obinze, witnessed an unprecedented jailbreak with over 1,800 inmates freed during the 4-hour incident. Yet, all these security events did not turn up. That is a planned deal. Remarkably, no swift response was mounted by security agencies, including the nearby State Police Command and prison personnel or government house security, despite the proximity of high-ranking military officers living 5 posts away from the Owerri prison. The Fulani government's attribution to the attack to IPOB has sparked controversy and skepticism. Concerns have been raised regarding former President Muhammadu Buhari's purported involvement with unknown gunmen in the southeast, aimed at discrediting IPOB and categorizing the indigenous people of Biafra as terrorist organization. Yet, the world powers turn to their deaf ears because they know the plans these people have. We urge the current administration to initiate an investigation into the tenure of former President Muhammadu Buhari, specifically to address the incidents of violence, arson, and destruction that occurred in the southeast from the Owerri prison break in 2021 to date. We advocate for an exhaustive probe, leveraging forensic expertise, scientific methodologies, pictorial documentation, demonstrative evidence, video footage, and multifaceted investigative approaches to scrutinize the catastrophic incidents plaguing the southeast. Nigeria's SY peaceful haven under President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, especially the Owerri prison break incident. In a genuinely democratic nation, Muhammadu Buhari and former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, will typically be summoned for inquiry regarding the incident of violence involving the unknown gunmen in the southeast during their tenure. It is essential to critically evaluate the factors driving insecurity in the southeast and resist attributing culpability to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. For regional incidents, IPOB upholds its peaceful ideology, striving from the unconditional independence of Igbos and other old eastern Nigerian ethnic groups. There is strongly possibility that remains of the Owerri prison break in 2021 are being backed by desperate political elements masquerading as IPOB affiliates and perpetrating crimes in the southeast. Considering the foregoing, those implicating the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in the burning of the National Open University Nsu Center and Senator Frank Ibezim's residence, especially the recent video clip where they attach the picture of Nnamdi Kanu making claims of burning the National Open University Nsu Center and Senator Frank Ibezim's house, should reconsider and acknowledge the reality of the security situation in the southeast. We take this opportunity to refute speculations that the Open University Nsu Center was intended for use as an IDP camp for Fulanis, repentant Boko Haram members, etc. To clarify, the center will cater exclusively and strictly to internally displaced Igbo youth affected by southeastern insecurity, which is lying. We are aware that recent crisis has displaced a significant number of individuals from Olo, Oguta, Ohaji Egbema, and Okigwe zone. This Ohanese youth now is working with Imo State government, caused by military operations and invasions and violent crimes perpetrated by fake IPOB elements. Nothing like internally displaced people in the land of Alibo. It can never happen, not now and not tomorrow. We recommend that His Excellency Senator Hopeless Odinjo, Executive Governor of Imo State, consider the National Open University in Sul site and location for the Scale Acquisition Training Center, given its superior facilities and strategic proximity to accommodate youths from Imo, Enugu, Abia, Ebonyi, and Anambra State, which is lie. Strategically positioned, the National Open University Nsu Center in a Himembano facilitates easy accessibility for trainees from Ebonyi, Enugu, Abia, and Anambra states, making it a central location for the 4 southeast states. We have 5, not 4, my dear. Governor Hopeless Odinjo should not succumb to politically motivated violence and conspiracies orchestrated by self-serving individuals claiming affinity with IPOB in Ehimembano regarding the Scale Acquisition Training Center's relocation, but rather utilize his executive prerogative to establish a community, led supervisory community from Nsu clan, tasked with ensuring the center's exclusive benefit to southeastern youth through a monitored recruitment exercise. So, my good people, this one is a very long run, oh, but thank God we made it. So please, you like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. My name is remain Amanda Aneze, reporting from the platform of Okute Daily Talk. I'll be right back. Please make sure that this video go viral. People need to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will soon regain his freedom, whether the devil like it or not. In fact, make sure enjoy this one. Kemesiano.